Hello there, I'm Assistant Chief Constable Bernard Higgins, Operations and Justice, Police Scotland, and I want to take a couple of minutes just to explain to you what we're going to be doing over the next couple of days, because I'm sure everybody's well aware we have got some major events. We've got the election on Thursday, we've got the Robbie Williams concert on Friday, and of course we've got the Scotland-England game on Saturday. So I'm just going to take a bit of time to tell you what we're doing for each of these events. Starting with the election, I think it's really important to emphasise that for the election, the concert and the football match, there is absolutely no intelligence to suggest that any of these events are going to be the subject of any form of attack, so please take some reassurance for that. And what we want is a democratic process to go unhindered. So please, if you've any doubts about going out to vote, or any doubts about going to work in the counting venues or in the polling places, please do so. We are putting in place a police operation which will provide you the reassurance to go about your business daily. You expect to see police officers patrolling around all the polling places right across the whole country, and then at night at the counting venues we will have a static police presence at every one of them. In addition to that, as I've said previously, over the last couple of days and continuing on into the early part of next week, we have more than doubled the number of armed response vehicles on duty throughout the course of the day. Again, that's not based on any intelligence or any specific threat. The armed officers are there for your protection, they're there for your safety, but moreover they're there to give you that reassurance. And they too will be patrolling around all the polling places, so please feel safe to go about your business as normal. Moving on to Friday, we've got the Robbie Williams concert at Murrayfield. Again, 57,000 people going to this event. Stadium opens up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so please get along there early. Expect to be searched. There is a significant search operation on. Please don't bring any big bags. If you've got a bag that is bigger than a kind of average size handbag, then you'll be asked to deposit it at a bag drop-off area, and in any event smaller bags will be subject to a full search. Again, although there's no specific threat to this event, we have increased the number of police officers that are there to support the police, the stewarding operation. And one element that you will see is a visible, overt firearms response. So you will see firearms officers patrolling the external environment of the stadium. They will be carrying a carbine, similar to what you see at Glasgow and Edinburgh Airport. Again, don't be alarmed by their presence here, be reassured. Again, they're there for your safety, they're there for your protection, they're there for your reassurance, they're there that, heaven forbid, anything does happen, we have a contingency at the scene to deal with any threat that should occur. At the end of the concert, expect to see these same officers in the internal concourses. Again, there's no specific intelligence, and I will keep emphasising that point, but we are doing all these additional contingencies for your safety and for your reassurance. If I move on to Saturday, and we have the Scotland-England game at Hampden Park. It's an iconic event. It's certainly the biggest event that is going to happen in the UK over this weekend. I believe it's the oldest international football match, and with that comes a massive focus. So a couple of things I want to speak about. The first again is to emphasise there is no threat against this particular event, but given what's happened in the country over the last couple of weeks, we have increased the number of police officers that will be at the stadium, and again there will be an overt firearms presence, officers carrying their carbines quite publicly, and it's there for your safety and for your reassurance. There is no intelligence about this event, but we think this is the right thing to do. Moving on to the game itself, we do have intelligence, sadly, that there are a number of individuals that are going to come to this event, come to this match, and their intent in undertaking acts of violence and disorder. My own personal opinion is that given what this country has suffered in the past month or so, that is just utterly shameful, disgraceful behaviour which hopefully won't happen, but if it does, we will not tolerate it. What we want people to do is come here and behave in a dignified, responsible and mature manner. Of course, enjoy the occasion for what it is, but please be respectful of what's happened to this country in the last month or so. If, however, you are intent in coming here and acting in a violent or disorderly manner, and I'm saying this not just to English fans but to Scottish fans as well. Be aware that Police Scotland are prepared to deal with you. So we have a significant police operation in place. It's the largest deployment of police officers since the creation of Police Scotland for any single event. And within that, what I'll be doing later on this afternoon is signing a Section 60 authorisation under the Criminal Justice and Public Order Act, which gives my officers additional powers. So, for example, if you try and conceal your identity by wearing a mask or putting a scarf on around your face and putting a baseball cap on and dark glasses and a deliberate attempt to conceal your identity, then this power allows my officers to require you to remove these items. They can seize the items off you, and ultimately if you refuse to do so you can be arrested. So my message to you is a couple of key points. Be assured there is no specific threat against this fixture. Please come to the city, whether it's Edinburgh to watch the game or Glasgow to enjoy the game. Soak up the atmosphere, enjoy it for the iconic occasion it is. Be respectful to what this country has been through in the last 4 weeks and act in a dignified manner. But be assured also that if you're intent in coming to Glasgow or Edinburgh and acting in a disorderly or violent manner, then we will deal with you swiftly and effectively. Finally, I just want to reassure the public that Police Scotland, working with partners, whether it be British Transport Police, the Electoral Commission, Murrayfield event organisers, the SFA, the football authorities across the UK, we've put in place operations right the way from 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, right the way through to Sunday lunchtime, which should ensure that all these events pass off safely and peacefully, and hopefully you will have an enjoyable time at all of them. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me.